Hi, I'm Dee and I have multiple sclerosis. I'm following the Overcoming Multiple Sclerosis diet. I'm going to make some videos to share my recipes, the ones that I've accumulated over the last couple of years, in case you've chosen to follow the diet too and you'd like a bit of inspiration. Today I'm making roasted new potatoes and sea bass. So we're going to start by getting our potatoes ready. They've just been washed and patted dry. I'm going to add some extra virgin olive oil, about a tablespoon. This is enough for 4 people in fact. And I'm going to add some salt. Give it a stir. And by doing this, it prevents us from having to use so much oil that we have a layer at the bottom of the pan. Just by coating them in oil now. Then pour that into the baking tray. I'm just using parchment paper here. So I've forgotten to say that I've preheated the oven to about 200 degrees C, and I'm going to pop them into the oven for about 45 minutes. So the potatoes have been in the oven for about 20 minutes now. We're going to start preparing the fish. In this bowl we have some chopped onions and chopped tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I've got a few chopped plum ones in there too, just because they're in my fridge, but ideally I would just use cherry tomatoes. I'm going to now add some chopped preserved lemons. I shopped a few different supermarkets for these and I eventually found them in Waitrose. I normally have quite big chunks, but they're really salty. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to suggest you chop them quite small. And I'll also use less than I normally do. I think it's just a matter of working out how much is good for your particular taste. I think that's probably enough. So I'm going to put those into the bowl, and I'm also going to add some capers. It's probably about a tablespoon and a half in there. They have a really nice tangy taste. I'm going to just give that a good mix now. Now we are going to get this ready to put the fish in. I've got this piece of baking parchment here. I've folded it in half. We're going to put this mixture on one side. I'm going to lay the fish on top. Just going to lay 2 pieces of lemon on top of each one, just to allow those flavours to drain through. But the way we're cooking this does not involve oil. On the OMS diet, sorry, we need to avoid oil as much as possible, apart from oils rich in omega-3 like flaxseed oil. This way we'll just steam the fish and steam the vegetables. So I'm just going to fold this over and fold at the corner, then overlap that fold with another fold, then overlap that fold with another fold, then overlap that fold, and so on. My nan and I used to spend hours making pasties. She made the most amazing pasties. So hopefully my skills are helping me out here. Oh, my paper's come a bit loose. I need to really make sure that top layer is part of it, because you want to steam the fish. You don't want the water to escape, because then the danger is the fish will get too dry. I think this method is called en papillote. There, that seems like it's nicely sealed. I'm just going to check the edges and double fold each of the edges. I think we're good there. My children don't really like all the vegetables that I like, so I'm just going to make one of these for my daughter, just plain sea bass with a lemon on, and I'll serve it up with some peas. So this now needs to go into the oven for about 15 minutes. Okay, we're going to have a look. It's really important to be careful here because this is now full of steam. Nicely cooked all the way through. And there you go, roasted new potatoes and sea bass.